breaking free from fear. Have you ever found yourself standing at the edge of a new beginning, only to feel an invisible force holding you back? That force, my friend, is fear, the silent saboteur of dreams, the unseen jailer of ambition. It is a cunning adversary, one that whispers in the quiet moments, convincing you that safety lies in inaction and that risk is a foe to be avoided. Yet, history and experience reveal a different truth. Every person who has achieved greatness has, at some point, stared fear in the face and chosen to move forward anyway. Let us begin with a story. Picture a young woman named Clara, who dreamed of becoming a concert pianist. Her hands trembled not from lack of skill, but from the paralyzing grip of self-minus doubt. Each time she approached the stage, fear would whisper, "You are not ready. You will fail." For years, Clara allowed these whispers to dictate her choices, shrinking from every opportunity. But one day, she made a decision. She would no longer let fear be her master. She began to practice not just her music, but her courage. She visualized herself succeeding. She spoke words of faith to herself, and she sought the guidance of mentors who believed in her. The first time she played before an audience, her hands still trembled, but her spirit did not. With each performance, her confidence grew, and fear's voice faded into the background. Clara's story is not unique. It is a story of all who have chosen courage over comfort. The power of desire is the first key. Desire is the spark that ignites the will to act. When your longing for growth becomes greater than your fear of failure, you begin to move. Desire is not a fleeting wish, it is a burning need that compels you to step forward, even when the path is uncertain. Faith is the next principle. Faith is not the absence of fear, but the conviction that you can prevail despite it. Faith is built through repetition by telling yourself, "I am capable. I am worthy. I will succeed." This is the principle of autosuggestion, the practice of feeding your mind with thoughts that empower rather than diminish you. Over time, these thoughts take root, and the weeds of fear are choked out by the flowers of belief. Specialized knowledge is a powerful antidote to fear. Often we fear what we do not understand. By seeking knowledge through study, mentorship, and experience, you shine a light into the darkness. Knowledge transforms the unknown into the familiar, and with familiarity comes confidence. Imagination is your ally. Use it to picture yourself overcoming obstacles, achieving your goals, and living boldly. The mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real. By rehearsing success in your mind, you prepare yourself to achieve it in life. Organized planning is essential. Fear thrives in chaos and uncertainty. When you create a clear plan of action, you replace confusion with purpose. Break your goals into manageable steps. Each small victory builds confidence and weakens the hold of fear. Decision is the turning point. Indecision is the breeding ground of fear, while decisive action is its antidote. Make it a habit to decide quickly and act with conviction. The world does not wait for those who hesitate. Persistence is the bridge between desire and achievement. The devil of fear will test your resolve, but if you persist, you will find that courage grows with every step. Each setback is a lesson, each failure a stepping stone. Remember, the greatest victories are often won just beyond the point where most give up. The mastermind principle teaches us that we do not have to face fear alone. Surround yourself with those who encourage and support your growth. The collective wisdom and energy of a mastermind group can help you overcome any obstacle. Your subconscious mind is always at work, shaping your beliefs and actions. Feed it with thoughts of courage, faith, and success. Guard it against the poison of fear and doubt. The brain is a powerful transmitter and receiver of thought. Use it to broadcast your intentions to the world, and you will attract the people and opportunities you need. Finally, trust in the sixth sense, the quiet intuition that guides you when logic fails. Listen to it, and you will find yourself making decisions that lead to growth and fulfillment. In closing, I urge you to confront the devil of fear and mind his own. Do not allow it to dictate the terms of your life. You have within you the power to break free, to rise above, and to achieve greatness. The journey will not always be easy, but it will be worth it. Take the first step today. Declare your desire, affirm your faith, seek knowledge, use your imagination, make a plan, decide, persist, join with others, and trust your inner voice. Remember, fear is a liar. It is the shadow that flees before the light of action. Stand tall, move forward, and claim the life you were meant to live. The world is waiting for your greatness. Will you answer the call? Mastering your mind. Imagine waking each morning with a mind as clear as a mountain stream, undisturbed by yesterday's doubts or tomorrow's worries. This is not a fantasy, but a possibility for those who learn to master their thoughts. The mind, left untended, can become a wild garden where weeds of negativity and self-minus doubt flourish. But with care and intention, it can be cultivated into a sanctuary of strength and creativity. Let us consider the story of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher. Despite the burdens of leadership and the constant threat of adversity, he trained his mind to focus on what he could control. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Like Marcus, you too can become the ruler of your inner world. What does it mean to master your mind? It begins with awareness. Notice the thoughts that drift through your consciousness. Are they building you up or tearing you down? The first step is to become a gentle observer, not a harsh critic. When you catch yourself thinking, "I am not enough," pause and ask, "Is this thought serving me?" Desire is the compass that points you toward your true north. When you long for growth, for achievement, for a life of meaning, your mind will begin to seek out the paths that lead there. Let your desires be bold, for timid wishes rarely move the soul. Faith is the anchor in turbulent seas. It is not a denial of difficulty, but a quiet confidence that you can weather any storm. Faith is built by keeping promises to yourself, by remembering past victories, and by trusting that setbacks are not the end of your story. To shape your mind, use the tool of autosuggestion. Speak kindly to yourself, as you would to a dear friend. Whisper words of encouragement in the morning, and repeat them when doubt creeps in. I am learning. I am growing. I am capable. Over time, these words become beliefs, and beliefs become actions. Knowledge is the lantern that lights your way. Seek out wisdom from books, mentors, and experience. The more you learn, the less room there is for fear to take root. Knowledge transforms confusion into clarity, and clarity into confidence. Imagination is the artist's brush. Paint vivid pictures of your success, your resilience, your joy. The mind is drawn to what it envisions most clearly. If you can see it in your mind's eye, you are already halfway there. A plan is your map through the wilderness. Break your ambitions into small, manageable steps. Celebrate each milestone, no matter how modest. Progress is the antidote to paralysis. Decisions are the doors to new worlds. When you choose, you claim your power. Do not linger at the threshold, wondering what might be. Step forward and let the path reveal itself as you walk. Persistence is the steady drumming that keeps you moving. There will be days when the mind rebels, when old habits beckon. On those days, remember why you began. Let your purpose pull you onward. No one masters the mind alone. Seek out companions who challenge and inspire you. Share your dreams with those who believe in your potential. The right company can lift you over obstacles you never thought you could cross. Your subconscious is always listening. Feed it with stories of triumph, with memories of courage, with visions of what is possible. Guard it from the poison of cynicism and despair. Sometimes the mind will offer quiet guidance, a hunch, a sudden clarity, a gentle nudge. Trust these moments. They are the whispers of your deeper wisdom, the sixth sense that has guided the great and the humble alike. In the end, mastering your mind is not a single act, but a lifelong practice. It is the daily choice to tend your thoughts, to nurture your dreams, and to believe in your own unfolding. The world is shaped by those who dare to think differently, who refuse to be ruled by fear or habit. So, I ask you, what will you plant in the garden of your mind today? Will you let old doubts take root, or will you sow seeds of hope, courage, and vision? The choice is yours, and the harvest will be too. Begin now. The world is waiting for the gifts that only you can bring. Will you answer the call? The power of decision. There comes a moment in every life when the path ahead splits into. One road is familiar, worn smooth by the footsteps of hesitation and delay. The other is unmarked, beckoning with the promise of new horizons. At this crossroads, the devil of indecision whispers, wait. Think it over. Tomorrow will do. But tomorrow is a mirage, and the only power you truly possess is the power to decide now. Consider the tale of Eleanor, a schoolteacher who longed to write a book. For years, she collected ideas, filled notebooks, and dreamed of seeing her name in print. Yet, each time she sat down to begin, she found herself paralyzed by the weight of what if. What if she failed? What if her words were not enough? One evening, as the sun set behind her window, Eleanor realized that indecision was the only thing standing between her and her dream. She made a promise to herself she would write one page each day, no matter what. That single decision, small as it seemed, changed the course of her life. The book was written, published, and cherished by many. The lesson: a firm decision, acted upon, can break the strongest chains and doubt. Desire is a spark that ignites the will to choose. When you want something deeply enough, you will find the courage to decide, even in the face of uncertainty. Let your desire be the compass that points you toward action. Faith is the companion of every bold decision. It is not the absence of fear, but the quiet assurance that you can shape your destiny. Faith is built by remembering past choices that led to growth, and by trusting that each step forward will reveal the next. Auto-suggestion is the gentle nudge that keeps you on course. Remind yourself daily, I am decisive. I trust my judgment. I move forward with purpose. These words, spoken with conviction, become the foundation of action. Specialized knowledge is the lantern that lights your way. Seek out information, ask questions, and learn from those who have chosen boldly before you. The more you know, the more confident you become in your ability to choose wisely. Imagination is the architect of possibility. Picture yourself standing at the crossroads, choosing the path that leads to growth. See yourself overcoming obstacles, learning and thriving. The mind, when guided by vision, becomes a powerful ally. A plan is the bridge between decision and achievement. Once you have chosen your course, map out the steps ahead. Each action, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Persistence is the engine that keeps you moving when the road grows steep. There will be moments when doubt returns, when the devil of indecision tries to lure you back. In those moments, recall your original decision and press on. Progress is made by those who refuse to turn back. The mastermind principle reminds us that we do not have to decide alone. Seek counsel from those you trust, share your intentions, and draw strength from the wisdom of others. A supportive circle can help you see possibilities you might have missed. Your subconscious mind is always listening. Feed it with stories of decisive action, with memories of times you chose and grew. Guard it against the poison of regret and second-minded guessing. Sometimes, the right decision will come as a quiet certainty, a sense of alignment, a feeling that the time is now. Trust these moments. They are the voice of your deeper wisdom, the sixth sense that has guided the bold throughout history. In the end, the power of decision is the power to shape your life. Each choice is a brushstroke on the canvas of your destiny. Do not let the devil of hesitation hold the brush. Take it in your own hand and paint a future worthy of your dreams. So I ask you, what decision have you been postponing? What step could you take today that would move you closer to the life you desire? The world is changed by those who choose, who act, who dare to say, I will. Begin now. The crossroads await, and the path you choose will become your story. Will you answer the call? Escaping the comfort trap. What if the greatest threat to your dreams is not failure, but comfort? Many people spend their lives in a gentle routine, never realizing that the softest prison is the one lined with familiar habits. The comfort trap is subtle, lulling us into believing that tomorrow is soon enough, that risk is for others, and that growth can wait. Yet every remarkable life is built on the courage to step beyond what is known. David, a craftsman from a quiet town, once believed his best days were behind him. His hands repeated the same motions, his mind wandered the same paths. But a single question from a friend, what would you do if you could not fail, sparked a restless energy within. That night, he could not sleep. The next morning, he set aside his routine and began a project that demanded new skills and bold thinking. The journey was uncertain, but each challenge awakened a sense of purpose he had long forgotten. In time, David's work reached far beyond his small town, and he discovered that true comfort is found in the pursuit of growth, not in the avoidance of challenge. Longing for something greater is the first sign that your comfort zone is shrinking. When you feel that restlessness, pay attention. It is your spirit urging you to move. Instead of silencing it, let it guide you toward new experiences. Doubt may creep in, whispering that you are not ready. In those moments, recall a time when you tried something new and succeeded, no matter how small. Let that memory be a stepping stone to your next adventure. Encourage yourself with simple, honest words. Each morning, remind yourself today, I will try. Speak kindly to your reflection, and let your words become the seeds of action. Learning is a powerful antidote to fear. Seek out new knowledge, whether from books, mentors, or experience. The more you know, the less intimidating the unknown becomes. Each lesson learned is a tool for your journey. Picture yourself thriving in unfamiliar territory. Imagine the satisfaction of overcoming obstacles and the pride of achieving what once seemed impossible. The mind is drawn to what it envisions most clearly. A wise traveler does not set out without a map. Break your ambitions into small, manageable steps. Celebrate each milestone, and let progress fuel your momentum. When the time comes to choose, Do not hesitate. The world is shaped by those who act, not by those who wait for certainty. Even a small decision can open doors you never knew existed. On difficult days, remember why you began. Let your purpose be the anchor that keeps you moving forward, even when the comfort trap calls you back. No one escapes the comfort trap alone. Find companions who challenge and inspire you. Share your dreams with those who believe in your potential. The right company can help you cross bridges you never thought you could build. Your mind is always listening. Fill it with stories of courage, with memories of times you stepped beyond your comfort zone. Protect it from the poison of regret and stagnation. Sometimes, the urge to grow will come as a quiet restlessness, sense that you are meant for more. Trust these moments. They are the whispers of your deeper wisdom, the sixth sense that has guided the bold throughout history. Escaping the comfort trap is not a single leap, but a series of small, courageous steps. Each day, you have the chance to choose growth over safety, challenge over routine, and possibility over predictability. So what comfort are you willing to leave behind? What new adventure is waiting just beyond the edge of your routine? The world is changed by those who dare to step forward, who refuse to let comfort become a cage. Begin now. The journey awaits, and the life you desire is just outside your comfort zone. Will you answer the call? Defeating procrastination. A single moment of hesitation can cost a lifetime of achievement. Procrastination is not a loud enemy, it is a quiet thief, stealing your days one by one until you look back and wonder where your dreams have gone. The devil of delay is clever, offering comfort and distraction and promising that tomorrow will be a better day to begin. But tomorrow is a promise that never arrives for those who wait. Consider the story of Anna, a young artist with a vision for a mural that would transform her city's forgotten wall. Each morning, she told herself she would start soon. Days became weeks, and the blank wall became a symbol of her own inaction. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the city skyline, Anna realized that her fear of imperfection was the true barrier. She picked up her brush and painted a single stroke. That night, she slept with a sense of peace she had not known in years. Each day after, she added a little more, and the mural grew. In time, her work inspired others to create, and the city blossomed with color. Anna learned that action, not intention, is the seed of progress. Desire is the ember that must be put into flame. When you want something deeply, the urge to act becomes stronger than the comfort of delay. Let your longing for fulfillment outweigh your fear of starting. Faith is the quiet voice that urges you forward when doubt tries to hold you back. Trust that each step, however small, brings you closer to your goal. Remember, faith is not the absence of uncertainty, but the willingness to move despite it. Auto-suggestion is a gentle reminder to your mind. Whisper to yourself, I begin today. I am a person of action. These words, repeated with conviction, become the rhythm of your days. Specialized knowledge is the antidote to confusion. Seek out the information you need. Ask questions and learn from those who have walked the path before you. The more you know, the less intimidating the first step becomes. Imagination is a powerful motivator. Picture the satisfaction of completing your task, the pride of overcoming inertia, and the joy of seeing your vision realized. The mind is drawn to what it can vividly imagine. A plan is your anchor in the storm of distraction. Break your project into small, manageable pieces. Tackle one piece at a time and celebrate each bit of progress. Decisions are the turning points that shape your destiny. Choose to act, even if you do not feel ready. The world rewards those who move, not those who wait for perfect conditions. Persistence is the habit that transforms effort into accomplishment. There will be days when you feel like giving up. On those days, remind yourself why you started and take one more step. The mastermind principle is a source of strength. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to act, who hold you accountable, and who celebrate your victories. Their support can help you overcome the inertia of procrastination. Your subconscious mind is always listening. Fill it with stories of action, with memories of times you overcame hesitation. Protect it from the poison of regret. Sometimes inspiration will come as a sudden urge, a spark of energy that demands you begin. Curse these moments. They are the whispers of your deeper purpose, the sixth sense that guides the bold. Defeating procrastination is not a single act, but a daily practice. Each morning, you have the chance to choose action over delay, progress over stagnation, and fulfillment over regret. So what task have you been postponing? What dream is waiting for you to begin? The world is changed by those who act, who refuse to let procrastination steal another day. Start now. The first step is the hardest, but it is also the most important. Will you answer the call? The illusion of limitation. Some barriers are built not of stone, but of belief. The most formidable walls are those we construct in our own minds, brick by brick, with every doubt and every whispered "I can't." The devil of limitation is a master illusionist, convincing us that our potential is fixed, our talents capped, and our dreams out of reach. Yet history is filled with those who shattered these invisible chains and discovered a world far larger than they imagined. Let us reflect on the journey of Harriet, a seamstress who dreamed of opening her own shop. Her neighbors told her it was impossible, that people like her did not succeed in business. For years, she accepted their verdict, working quietly on hiding her ambitions. One day, a traveling merchant shared stories of women who had built thriving enterprises from nothing. Harriet's curiosity was awakened. She began to study, to ask questions, and to imagine a different future. The more she learned, the more the walls of limitation began to crumble. With each small step, renting a stall, designing her own patterns, seeking advice from mentors, she moved beyond the boundaries others had set for her. In time, her shop became a gathering place for the community, and her story inspired others to challenge their own limits. Desire is the first chisel that chips away at the illusion. When you yearn for something greater, the cracks begin to show in the walls that confine you. Let your longing for growth be stronger than your fear of failure. Faith is the quiet force that pushes you forward when the world says no. Trust that you are capable of more than your circumstances suggest. Each act of faith is a declaration that you are not defined by your past, but by your vision for the future. Auto-suggestion is a gentle but persistent hammer. Remind yourself, I'm not limited by what others believe. I am capable of learning, growing, and achieving. These words, spoken daily, become the rhythm of your progress. Specialized knowledge is a key that unlocks new doors. Seek out information, ask questions, and learn from those who have gone before you. The more you know, the more you realize how much is possible. Imagination is the window through which you glimpse a life beyond your current boundaries. Picture yourself succeeding, overcoming obstacles, and living with purpose. The mind is drawn to what it envisions most clearly. A plan is a ladder that helps you climb over the walls of limitation. Break your goals into small, achievable steps. Celebrate each victory, no matter how modest, and let progress fuel your momentum. Decisions are the moments when you choose to believe in possibility. Refuse to let hesitation keep you trapped. Each choice to act is a blow against the illusion that holds you back. Persistence is a habit that transforms effort into achievement. There will be days when the old doubts return. On those days, remember why you began and take one more step. The mastermind principle is a source of strength. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to dream bigger, who challenge your assumptions, and who celebrate your growth. Their support can help you see beyond your own limitations. Your subconscious mind is always listening. Fill it with stories of triumph, with memories of times you broke through barriers. Protect it from the poison of resignation. Sometimes, the urge to grow will come as a quiet, restlessness, a sense that you are meant for more. Trust these moments. They are the whispers of your deeper wisdom, the sixth sense that has guided the bold throughout history. Breaking free from the illusion of limitation is not a single act, but a daily practice. So, what boundary will you challenge today? What dream had you set aside because you believed it was out of reach? The world is changed by those who refuse to accept the limits imposed by others or by themselves. Begin now. The walls are thinner than you think, and the life you desire is waiting on the other side. Will you answer the call? Choosing faith over doubt. Has doubt ever crept into your mind like a shadow at dusk, quietly dimming the light of your ambitions? Many have felt its chill, that subtle voice whispering, you are not enough. Your dreams are too grand. Yet within every heart lies a force far greater than thou tapers called faith. Faith is the golden key that unlocks the doors of possibility, while doubt is the chain that binds us to mediocrity. Today, let us explore how to choose faith over doubt, and in doing so, transform the course of our lives. Recall the story of Thomas, a humble inventor who toiled in obscurity. Each failure brought a chorus of doubts, both from without and within. Still, Thomas pressed on, guided by a vision only he could see. His faith was not blind optimism, but a steady conviction that every setback was a lesson, every obstacle a stepping stone. In time, his persistence bore fruit, and the world was illuminated by his invention. Thomas Edison's journey is a testament to the power of faith over doubt. Desire is the first spark. When you long for something with all your being, faith finds fertile ground. Doubt cannot take root in a mind ablaze with purpose. Let your desires be bold, for timid wishes rarely stir the soul to action. Faith is not the absence of uncertainty, but the decision to move forward despite it. Each morning, affirm your belief in yourself and your vision. Speak words of encouragement, for the mind listens closely to the language you choose. I am capable. I am worthy. I will prevail. These simple phrases, repeated with conviction, become the foundation upon which faith is built. Autosuggestion is the gentle art of planting seeds in the garden of your mind. Whisper to yourself, I trust my journey. I believe in my power. Over time, these seeds grow into mighty oaks of confidence, crowding out the weeds of doubt. Specialized knowledge is a shield against uncertainty. Seek wisdom from books, mentors, and experience. The more you know, the less room there is for fear to flourish. Knowledge transforms the unknown into the familiar, and with familiarity comes courage. Imagination is the architect of faith. Picture yourself achieving your goals, overcoming every barrier, and living with purpose. The mind, when filled with vivid images of success, becomes a powerful ally in the battle against doubt. Organized planning is the bridge between faith and achievement. Doubt thrives in chaos, but a clear plan brings order and direction. Break your ambitions into manageable steps. Each small victory strengthens your belief and weakens the grip of uncertainty. Decision is the moment when faith triumphs over hesitation. Choose that, even when the outcome is unclear. The world rewards those who dare to step forward, not those who wait for perfect certainty. Persistence is the habit that turns faith into reality. There will be days when doubt returns, when progress seems slow. On those days, remember why you began. Let your purpose pull you onward, and let each setback be a lesson, not a defeat. The mastermind principle reminds us that faith is strengthened in the company of others. Surround yourself with those who believe in your vision, who encourage your growth, and who challenge you to rise higher. The collective energy of a supportive group can lift you over obstacles you could not cross alone. Your subconscious mind is always listening. Fill it with stories of triumph, with memories of times you chose faith over fear. Guard it against the poison of cynicism and despair. The brain is a powerful transmitter. Use it to broadcast your intentions to the world, and you will attract the people and opportunities you need. Sometimes, guidance comes as a quiet intuition, a sudden clarity, a gentle nudge. Trust these moments. They are the whispers of your deeper wisdom, the sixth sense that has guided the bold throughout history. Choosing faith over doubt is not a single act, but a daily practice. Each morning you have the chance to believe in yourself, to affirm your purpose, and to take one more step toward your dreams. The world is shaped by those who refuse to let doubt dictate their destiny. So, what dream have you set aside because doubt told you it was impossible? What step could you take today if you chose faith instead of fear? The journey to greatness begins with a single decision to believe. Begin now. Let faith be your compass, your shield, and your song. The life you desire is waiting on the other side of doubt. Will you answer the call? The influence of environment. Have you ever wondered why some individuals rise above their circumstances while others remain tethered to mediocrity? The answer, more often than not, lies in the company they keep and the environment they choose. Environment is the silent sculptor of destiny, shaping thoughts, habits, and ultimately, the course of one's life. Today, let us examine how the influences that surround us can either lift us to greatness or anchor us in limitation. Consider the tale of Samuel, a young man born into a town where ambition was scarce and dreams were dismissed as folly. For years, he echoed the doubts and fears of those around him, believing that success was reserved for others. One day, a traveling lecturer visited the town, speaking of possibility and the power of association. Samuel's curiosity was awakened. He sought out new companions, those who encouraged his growth, who spoke of ideas rather than complaints. In time, his thinking changed, his confidence grew, and his achievements multiplied. Samuel's story is not unique. It is the story of all who have chosen their environment with intention. Desire is the first step. When you yearn for progress, you begin to notice the influences that either nurture or stifle your ambition. Let your longing for a better life guide you toward people and places that inspire growth. Faith flourishes in fertile soil. Surround yourself with those who believe in your potential, who see possibilities where others see obstacles. Their confidence will strengthen your own, and together, you will weather storms that might have broken you alone. Autosuggestion is shaped by the voices you hear most often. If you listen to words of encouragement, your mind will echo them in moments of doubt. If you absorb only criticism and fear, your inner dialogue will reflect the same. Choose your influences wisely, for they become the architects of your self-minded talk. Specialized knowledge is often found in the company of the learned and the curious. Seek out mentors, join circles of excellence, and never hesitate to ask questions. The wisdom of others can shorten your path to mastery. Imagination is sparked by exposure to new ideas and experiences. Spend time with those who dream boldly, who challenge convention, and who invite you to see the world through a wider lens. Their vision will expand your own. Organized planning is easier when you have allies. Share your goals with those who support your journey. Their insights and encouragement can help you refine your plans and avoid pitfalls. Decision is strengthened by the counsel of the wise. When faced with choices, seek the perspective of those who have walked the path before you. Their experience can illuminate the way forward. Persistence is sustained by a supportive environment. On days when your resolve falters, the encouragement of friends and mentors can rekindle your determination. No one achieves greatness alone. The mastermind principle is the deliberate creation of a circle of influence. Gather around you those who share your values and aspirations. The collective energy of a mastermind group can propel you further than you could ever travel alone. Your subconscious mind absorbs the attitudes and beliefs of those around you. Fill your days with stories of triumph, with conversations that uplift, and with examples of courage. Guard your mind against the poison of cynicism and defeat. The brain is a receiver and transmitter of thought. When you immerse yourself in a positive environment, you tune your mind to the frequency of success. Inspiration flows more freely, and solutions appear where once there were only problems. Sometimes, guidance comes as a quiet intuition, a sense that you are in the right place with the right people. Trust these moments. They are the whispers of your deeper wisdom, the sixth sense that has guided the great throughout history. Choosing your environment is not a single act, but a daily practice. Each morning, you have the power to seek out influences that elevate you, to distance yourself from those that diminish your spirit, and to create a space where your dreams can flourish. So, who surrounds you? What voices fill your days? The journey to greatness begins with a single decision to choose your environment with care. Begin now. Let your surroundings be a garden where your ambitions can grow. The life you desire is shaped by the company you keep. Will you answer the call? The art of self minus discipline. What separates those who merely wish for success from those who achieve it? The answer, as old as ambition itself, is self minus discipline. Self minus discipline is the silent architect of greatness, the invisible hand that shapes dreams into reality. Without it, desire remains a flicker, faith falters, and plans dissolve into dust. With it, even the loftiest goals become attainable, and the temptations that once derailed progress lose their power. Picture a young scholar named Elizabeth, who aspired to become a physician in a time when few women dared to dream so boldly. Each morning she rose before dawn, her mind fixed on her purpose. Distractions beckoned, comfort called, and doubt whispered, yet Elizabeth pressed on. Her discipline was not born of harshness, but of devotion to her vision. Years later, her name became synonymous with excellence, and her story inspired generations. Elizabeth's triumph was not a matter of luck, but of daily choices, each one a testament to the art of self-minus discipline. Desire is the spark that ignites the journey. When your longing for achievement burns brighter than your craving for ease, discipline finds its roots. Let your ambitions be so compelling that they draw you forward, even when the path is steep. Faith is the anchor that holds you steady. Trust in your ability to persist, even when results are slow to appear. Each act of self-minus control is a declaration of belief in your own potential. Autosuggestion is the gentle reminder that shapes your habits. Speak to yourself with conviction, I am disciplined. I am the master of my actions. Over time, these words become the rhythm of your days, guiding you through moments of temptation. Specialized knowledge is the compass that keeps you on course. Seek wisdom from those who have walked the path before you. Their lessons can help you avoid pitfalls and maintain your resolve. Imagination is the wellspring of motivation. Envision yourself overcoming obstacles, resisting distractions, and reaching your goals. The mind, when filled with images of triumph, becomes a powerful ally in the pursuit of discipline. Organized planning transforms intention into action. Break your ambitions into clear, manageable steps. Each completed task builds momentum, making the next one easier to tackle. Decision is the moment when discipline is forged. Choose your actions with care, and do not waver in the face of difficulty. The world rewards those who act with purpose, not those who wait for perfect conditions. Persistence is the habit that sustains discipline over time. There will be days when motivation wanes and setbacks arise. On those days, remember your purpose and take one more step. Progress is made by those who refuse to yield. The mastermind principle is a source of strength. Surround yourself with individuals who value discipline, who encourage your growth, and who hold you accountable. Their support can help you stay the course when your willpower is tested. Your subconscious mind absorbs the habits you practice daily. Fill it with stories of self-minus mastery, with memories of times you chose discipline over indulgence. Guard it against the poison of excuse and resignation. The brain is a powerful tool, capable of forming new patterns and breaking old ones. Train your mind to seek progress, to find satisfaction in effort, and to celebrate each victory, no matter how small. Sometimes, guidance comes as a quiet intuition, a sense that you are on the right path, even when results are not yet visible. Trust these moments. They are the whispers of your deeper wisdom, the sixth sense that has guided the discipline throughout history. Mastering self-minus discipline is not a single act, but a lifelong practice. Each day, you have the opportunity to choose growth over comfort, action over delay, and purpose over pleasure. So, what temptation stands between you and your dreams? What habit could you change today if you chose discipline instead of ease? The journey to greatness begins with a single decision to master yourself. Begin now. Let self-minus discipline be your guide, your shield, and your legacy. Will you answer the call?